working out in the same gym and I didn't know Hunter, and I was working out with somebody, Hunter would be the guy I would be asking, you know, somebody, my workout partner, like, hey, is that guy bigger than me?
Like that. 2 more. But yeah, it doesn't get much more 9 weeks out than like 9 weeks from this exact moment. We'll probably be getting pumped up and oiled up backstage because it's like almost 6 o'clock. I'm assuming the night show is probably 6:30 or 7.
Yep.
But it's an hour forward time change.
Yep.
So yeah, heard that now. Right at 9 weeks from right this second. We'll be getting up to stage at Tampa. So yeah, it'll be good. All right, come on. Up, 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 up. Rolling, oh, we're rolling, okay. What is up, guys? Quarantine's over in Texas. I think Texans woke up one day and we're like, you know, we're tired of this, and we just kind of do what we want. So quarantine's over in Texas and the gyms are open. So first stop on my list was destination. The world came to a screeching halt. My original contest plans, New York Pro and California Pro, which were May 16th and then May 21st, got pushed back into Oblivion. At the time, it was Oblivion. We didn't know when they were going to get rescheduled to. So pulled the cord on prep. I was like 7.5 weeks out, and you know, at the time, I was really bummed because like at 7.5 weeks out, like we were comparing it to pictures, you know, from Nationals prep, and it was like comparable to like 2.5, 3 weeks out. So I was a little bummed, but you know, like lemonade out of lemons, right? You got to do what you got to do. So went into quarantine, rode a real hard rebound, and you know, came out of quarantine bigger and better than ever, honestly. And it was it was fun. I mean, quarantine, it was like Groundhog Day for bodybuilding, honestly. I was blessed and fortunate enough to have access to a private facility. Blessed and fortunate enough to have access to food the whole time. You know, the food supply in Texas remained intact the whole time. A couple, you know, weeks you had to kind of like wait in line, and it was like a little like hard to get, like, you know, because they limit to you to like 4 things, and you know, it's like 4 cartons of egg whites. You know, I go through that in like 2 days. So we were at the grocery store every 2 days, but you know, it is what it is. I didn't miss a beat food wise, and didn't miss a beat in the gym, and you know, everything else was just kind of going real slow. I was very fortunate. I got to have my daughter the whole time, just because her mom was still having to work, and you know, I'm in a position where I don't really have a job per se, so I was able to have her the whole time. So it was like really fun to have her. Just got into a really good routine of, you know, waking up, training, and then just hanging out and chilling with my daughter and seeing the family. And I did learn how to video myself. Yeah, so I bought a Osmo Pocket. For anyone out there trying to like start a YouTube channel or film themselves training, this is in no way a paid endorsement. I paid full price for that little bastard. But the DJI Osmo Pockets, they're awesome. They have like great facial tracking. They're super duper tiny. Battery life's good. Highly recommend it. It's what I've been shooting all the content on during quarantine. It was pretty cool. You know, hats off to Nick. I'd basically shoot the workouts. Me and Bryan would shoot the workouts, shoot the commentary. I'd come home. I'd transfer all of the files from the workout to Nick, and he'd cut it together. And that's what y'all have been seeing for like the last, I don't know, like 2 months probably. So this is gonna be the first video shot and edited by Nick. So you'll see the difference. It'll be like a little like stick figure drawing versus like a Picasso, but it is what it is, right? for me, or for him, I guess, today was supposed to be his light back day, and for me, I'm in the middle of like a little week and a half long little deload session, so it worked out pretty well. That meshed well. So what that looked like for me was, typically just one top set, one back off set for each exercise. No like intensity techniques or drop sets or rest pause or anything. So pull the volume back in essence that way. And then the big one was no compound for my lower back, i.e. no rack pulls or deadlifts. We just did reverse hypers instead. So that's what a deloaded back workout looks like for me. And then, for him, I'm pretty sure today is usually just kind of like squeezing isolation day, right? So everything we did fits the bill for that. So it was a good day. Gearing up, like I said, taking a little deload. So I get back here next Saturday. And Bryan, my training partner, is coming up for push on Sunday and then pull on Monday. And we talked. He's going to join us, and those will be really, really heavy, hard sessions that we'll film for sure. So that'll be good. It'll be iron sharpens iron sessions for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, good back day. Like I said, today was kind of a back pump, but it turned out to be a good overall back focus. So lower back is tight right now. Rhomboids everything's activated right now, so it feels real good. And we're both 9 weeks out, Tampa Pro, and it's good energy every time we train. So I'm observing him, he's observing me, and it's just, like I said, iron sharpens iron. And, I see him move, and, it motivates me, so I wish we could do this more often.
We will leading up to the show now.
Sure.
We were about to get on a roll, and then COVID happened.
Oh, yeah.
Missed everything out. But, yeah, it doesn't get much more 9 weeks out than, 9 weeks from this exact moment. We'll probably be getting pumped up and oiled up backstage. It's like almost 6 o'clock. I'm assuming the night show is probably 6:30 or 7.
Yep.
But it's an hour forward time change.
Yep.
So, yeah, right about now. Right about 9 weeks from right this second. We'll be getting on stage at Tampa.
Big time.
So, yeah, it'll be good.
We were working out in the same gym, and I didn't know Hunter, and I was working out with somebody. Hunter would be the guy I would be asking, somebody who my workout partner, like, hey, is that guy bigger than me?
I'll say next set.
Oh, next set?
Next time you hit this, then we'll have to play the quarter and go for it. Yeah. My bad.
Leaving it out for you.
Getting me mumbling.
Two. One. Go. Go.
Come on, let's go work. Let's go. Yeah. Good squeeze. Yeah. Come on, bro. Up. At least 2. 1. Come on, one more good one. Everything you got. Drive. All right. Come on. Up, 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 up. I'm actually going to Florida with my family for 5 days. Have a gym there that I've been training there we go there every year for like the last 25 years. It's been like the family vacation. So I'm going for part of it, 1 training cycle's worth. So I'm going in on my off day and then flying out on my off day. Have a gym there that I've been training at for like 10 years when I go. Great in fitness, awesome little spot. So, and then training with my uncle actually, who's getting ready for, I believe, Masters Nationals, Gene Labrada. So I'll bring the Osmo, speaking of it, and I'll get some good footage of it while we're there training. So keep an eye out for that stuff. But yeah, pretty much whenever I get back from that trip, I fly back into Dallas. So I'll do another 2 days here, film some more stuff for y'all. And then at that point, it's 7 weeks and 5 days out. And I'll head home, and it'll be blinders on, no distractions, no anything from there on out. I'll get up here once or twice more for sure, and then we'll have Nick down to Houston probably 2 or 3 times for sure. And then planning on doing a good little bit of time out in Tampa before the show, just probably with Joe Bennett, hypertrophy coach, and just get out there and get acclimated. So real regular content for the rest of prep. Be changing real regularly for the rest of prep, so it'll be fun to watch. I'm excited to have y'all on with me. It's a whole different animal. It's an amateur versus pro debut. Some of the things, I guess, I've been thinking about it a lot, that it's going to be, like getting my head wrapped around. It's first and foremost, I feel like bodybuilding's at a point right now where it's like there's not a ton of new guys, and the guys that have been doing it for a long time, meaning it's all the guys that I've been watching, like coming up, like since like the very first day I was like, I don't want to play football, I want to be a bodybuilder. A lot of the guys that are doing it, and a lot of the top guys now, were still the top guys then. So it's like it's weird to transition from like me looking up to and admiring these people to me competing against them. And it's like a cheesy saying, but idols do become rivals. And not that I'm rivals with anyone by any means. I'd like to think I'm cool with everyone at this point, but it's just it's weird to have that mental shift, to think about, oh, this is someone I would have waited in line, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, a couple years ago, to this is someone that I need to be ready to go compete against, and like beat, if I can, and like do everything I can to do that. So that's definitely one thing that I'm thought about. And then it's definitely different. Obviously amateur to pro, there's a big difference in expectation, I think, that people have on me, and that I have on myself. At this point, I think I've at least proven myself to the point to be, like, okay, he's legit. Like I won nationals. Yes, I'm Lee's son, but I've done some stuff that he didn't even do. He didn't win nationals overall. I did, and obviously he went on to have like one of the better pro careers ever. I'm just starting mine. I'm not trying to draw comparisons between me and him, but it's I have my own set of expectations. I am my own bodybuilder at this point, and up until this point, I never lost as an amateur, and that's been another thing that's been really, really on my mind, is how to approach going into contests where it's like every show I did as an amateur, I was pretty confident, as long as I put my head down and worked, that I was going to win it. At the pro level, it's just a time under tension thing. There's guys that have been doing this as hard as I've been doing it for 10 years, for 25 years. They've been doing it literally twice as long as me. And, for me to go into and expect, for me to beat them, my first time out. Some might call it foolish. Am I expecting to go on to lose? Absolutely not. I train to win. If you ask me, Hunter, how do you think Tampa's going to go? I'm going to say I think I'm going to win Tampa. I wouldn't be doing a pro show this year if I didn't think I had a chance to win it. It's how my amateur career went. I never did a show until I thought I was ready for it. I was real, methodical, stepping through it, and so. This year got turned upside down a little bit. Plans change, people adapt. That's, you adapt to overcome. So I wouldn't be doing a show this year if I didn't think I had a chance of winning it. So, if you ask me, do you think you're going to win your pro debut? Yes, I do think I'm going to win my pro debut. And I've been training every single day for the last 7 weeks, accordingly. And I'll be training every single day for the next 9 accordingly.